Well, I didn't turn on the lights back there, but I think it's fine.
Do you want to turn them?
No, I think it's fine.
Rest in peace. All right.
I mean, they're not dead.
They're what?
They're not dead. These ones die all the time, actually.
Oh, yeah? Did you get new ones?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Hello. I think Undercover Lesbian is also Ashley.
Let's see.
Reveal yourself.
Yeah, so this is a drag me. That's what this is.
Hello and welcome back to Astrology. I'm Nina.
I'm Shaina.
And happy Mercury retrograde, y'all.
Sorry, I'm like, I've lost 2 things and I'm trying to like ask everybody if they possibly know.
What did you lose?
The clicker from my car thing and my hoodie. Anyways. Oh, there you go. Ashley.
Okay, Ashley. This is a Drag Me. A Drag Me is a service that we provide on our website, astrology.com/shop. It is the most cheeky and least educational reading. So, never mind. I'm not going to continue that train of thought because all of our readings are out of stock, so I'm not even going to try to promote them.
Anyways.
Actually, I am going to promote the transit reading because it's the only one in stock because nobody wants a transit reading from us, which is a shame because we love doing them.
Yes, and also our astrology course is in stock.
Yes, our astrology course is in stock, but it's actually filling up.
Yes.
Yeah, lots of people after the 8th house video were like, ooh, I want breadth and depth knowledge of astrology.
But yes, so let's get started. So this is Ashley's. You've got an Aries sun,
Aquarius moon,
Cancer rising. Wait, I have a friend that has this combination. Not moon in the 8th house, though, I don't think. But Cancer rising, Aries sun, Aquarius moon, and I have your same left side.
Okay, you said you have a list of things that you'd like to know, but we just need to preface this by, this is a Drag Me. We provide more in-depth, real hard-hitting, insightful readings. And so it's anything that you would like to know, you're going to get it through the lens of a drag. So if it's not draggable, we're not going to tell you.
Yeah, like if you want to know why drag your sun trine moon conjunct your Venus, that's not going to happen. That's too nice.
Yeah.
But obviously with a drag, if you ever want us to drag something in particular, you can always tell us that. We will 100% not mind.
Also, we don't do any research or notes or preparation prior to Drag Me's. So if you want hard-hitting things such as why did my father leave me as a child? Not that we could really necessarily answer
It's your
that.
fault. That's the answer I'll give you.
Not that we could necessarily answer. Maybe we could in an advanced or beginner Drag Me. But that's kind of what the nature of those questions are to be directed towards.
Here, you can judge it for yourself. Wait, your chart? Occult connection, higher powers, spiritual connection. Wait,
spiritual powers, past lives.
Also, have my moon
sextile, my kind.
Sextile, I'm assuming you mean it was just autocorrected. That's not really draggable. That's
I don't understand what you're asking. If you're asking about if you have spiritual powers or if you're asking about your past lives. No, septil. Have you ever heard of a septil?
I've heard there's a sesquisquadrate or something.
Septile.
Septile? I know, it was semi-sextile.
So that's the list. You want to know about occult knowledge, higher power, spiritual power, past life. Past lives is definitely something that would be covered in a real.
Yeah,
I say real. A real birth chart reading. This is a fake one.
It's not a birth chart reading. It's a drag reading.
Yeah, it's a drag
separate
reading.
thing.
It's what we would do in college.
But anyways,
we can drag your south node in another way. Because the south node is kind of the indication of past lives. But your south node's in Capricorn.
6th house?
Yeah,
just a workaholic.
Yeah, you're a workaholic, or you were born really comfortable being a workaholic. And
I don't know
you're
how much of a drag that is.
Yeah.
You're boring.
Yeah, you're not gonna get two South Node conjunct Saturn people saying, "Man, you suck, you workaholic."
Yeah.
Right. That we've done a lot of rambling, so let's get into the meat and potatoes, or tempeh and potatoes.
Yeah. Okay. Aries Aquarius combo. I know of one person with this, and I know of like an artist that I listen to with this, and they both have such a posture to them. This air of confidence,
Definitely,
that is nerdy, that they shouldn't have this air of confidence, because Aquarius moons are awkward.
Yeah.
So when you put the Aries confidence with the Aquarius awkwardness, it's just like overconfidence in the awkwardness. And like, these are people that like really don't. I feel like you wear a lot of like garbs. Yes, the word garb. But both of these people I know wear garbs.
Define garb.
Like the kind of clothing that's like shapeless, neutral.
Ah, yes.
Maybe like a little earthy, maybe a little like Goodwill, and just confused overall. Just shapeless maybe. Or just like, why did you pick that up from the thrift?
See, I know someone also who is an Aries Sun Aquarius Moon. I could barely see her Aquarius Moon though, except that, she was a theater kid. Who else would I fucking know but a theater kid? But like just the epitome of a basic bitch doing the theater. The ugly stepsister who's still pretty in fucking Into the Woods. I needed to do this. Into the Woods. Like the basic bitch who does theater. The acapella type of bitch who's like, I'm still basic, but I'm doing the theater kid type of things. Like the pitch perfect type of
Is this how you
kind
see
of
this
gal.
person?
That's like what an interpretation of like an Aries Sun Aquarius Moon. Of like,
no, see, both
I'm
of
still
people I know are
basic
like
bitch.
way too smart. They're like geniuses.
Yeah?
And like one of them is like too good, too smart for his own.
But
good.
have you ever heard a Cancer rising be called a genius?
Yeah. Everybody called him a genius all the time, and he was a Cancer
Oh, he was a Cancer rising too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Same Sun, Moon, and Rising. And like literally everybody was like, yeah, Connor's a genius and he's depressed for it. But, I'm not awkward, but my rising is making me sensitive. I also have a lot of fire signs. I love your guys' take.
Yeah. You do have lots of fire signs. You've got lots of, your chart, like mine, the left side or the planetary placements is just like mostly air and fire and super fun, right? Then you put a nice old Cancer rising on it. And then you put the moon in the 8th house, and it's like, where did all that fun go?
You know what's funny with like, I don't know if this is like me roasting myself and just what people roast me with for anyways, which is very true. With my left side is like having the double Leo, but then an intercepted 5th house is like, why do you want to perform, but yet you know nothing about actors, movies, none of this own stuff? And I was always, and they're like, how can that be a thing? Like, that's not possible. And I'm like, well, I'm right fucking here. I don't fucking know. I don't like stuff, but I want to be in it.
Yeah, that's also a huge drag on Gemini in the 12th house. It's like, both of us have this thing. It is so hard to like explain to people that we really do live under a rock when it comes to pop culture. Like people are shocked every time that you're like, you don't know this person? Like, no, never heard of the Beatles.
Yeah.
No,
yesterday for me it was like, Heath Ledger, how do you not know Heath Ledger? And I was like, sounds like Hugh Jackman. They're not the same person.
No, it's so it's really embarrassing sometimes. Like I used to be a lot more embarrassed about how ignorant I am to pop culture, but I caught myself being embarrassed about it yesterday because I was in improv and someone was like, oh my God, I'm going up to San Francisco to see this comedian that I've never heard of. Shocker. That I've never heard of. I'm like, oh, I've never heard this person. And they're like, what? I'm like, oh, I do feel kind of embarrassed because I'm in a comedy space and I like clearly don't know anything about this comedian who apparently is very popular. I don't know. I think it was like Eddie something. British.
Eddie? That's not a funny name. He needs to get a new one. No, Eddie Murphy is like, hey.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
What if it was Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, I'm like, who's that? Yeah, so you live under a rock, pop pop culturally. Yeah, but let me see. But then you have this Sagittarius energy. You have a personal planet in Sagittarius. You have Mars in Sagittarius. So you get like very righteously indignant, and you're aware of like cultural differences and like world news possibly. But like you're more, and especially with the Aquarius moon, you're like more in, you know, like the outskirts of knowledge.
I feel like,
you know, you just don't know the pop culture type of shit. Like you have a very like niche thing of like, I know everything about this very niche thing that is so progressive and like I'm so woke in this way, but don't ask me who Kim Cattrall is. I get a real like maybe cosplay vibe, or maybe, I don't know. That's what I feel like you like, that kind of stuff maybe. What are you there? You have quite a few planets and in Aquarius. Because I feel like Cancer rising can already be like the cutesy little like kind of rosy baby face. And you have a Pisces midheaven as well. Yeah. Pisces is really all about the cosplay. I'm into film. You also have one personal planet in Aquarius, 2 generational planets in Aquarius, and your Lilith, your mean Lilith in Aquarius. I don't know about your true Lilith. Oh, I was actually looking that up yesterday. About what? Lilith. Okay. Okay, so Lilith and Aquarius type of drag. I just feel like a lot of your vibe and just Lilith and Aquarius accentuates this is just like, I have got to be weird. Yeah. I've got to do it. I've got to be weird. I've got to be progressive and woke. And you do it with such confidence because of the Aries, like too much confidence sometimes. Yeah. And the thing about your Lilith is in the 8th house. Yes. Yeah. And the thing about your particular generation taking on Aquarius energy, and I've got loads of Aquarius energy, but you guys, your generation have 2 generational planets in Aquarius, whereas our generation, like February of 97 is when Jupiter first went into Aquarius. So she still has Jupiter in Capricorn. So it's not as like, we're not as united in our Aquarius energy. Even though we all have Uranus and Aquarius, but this is all a digression. Basically, the thing of how your generation takes on Aquarius energy, and it also pretty much speaks very much of this age of Pisces moving into the age of Aquarius, is that everyone is like, I'm weird and different, and you can't put me in a box, but you're my labels. I'm gonna specify all my weird, unique, and different things in very uptight, rigid labels. Yeah, like I feel like you're somebody who has like a sentence long of labels. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like what you guys, your generation, and not just your generation, but a lot of people who really embrace this age of Pisces moving into Aquarius in the very are you the one, come all kind of way, is like a Chipotle burrito bowl of labels. You know, you've got all your options and you pick and choose. Yeah. And you're like, I want a little bit of queer, a little bit of this. I am like, just, it sounds like sometimes when people, like on that show specifically, are you the one, come all. It sounds like when people are talking about their identity, it sounds like they're ordering something really uptight at Starbucks, you know, latte, almond milk, no whip, no foam, low cal. You know? Yeah, even ourselves are like as complicated as our Starbucks label. Yeah. My favorite is the like, don't put me in a box. I may then put themselves in a box. Yeah. And that's what I feel like. That's not true Aquarius energy. True Aquarius energy is don't put me in a box. I'm whatever I want to be. But that's like the thing about Aquarius is that it is co-ruled by Uranus and Saturn. Yeah. You know? So it's like, I am free and revolutionary and going forward in this very regimented, strict way. I'm also a fixed sign. Yeah. So that's kind of where the Aquarius energy meets, and it's hard kind of to reconcile the 2 co-rulers of Uranus and Saturn. So I think that's like a very funny interpretation, very drag influenced interpretation of Aquarius energy. Also, we mentioned in our 8th house video, 8th house Neptune, but I feel like you were just somebody who completely gets swept off by their delusions. Like we said, like there's a tendency to maybe, and you're like, you do. Yeah. And like I like how even the first thing you said to us was like, occult this, superpower, psychic. Yeah. And it's not saying like
we're not saying you are or aren't.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, of course you're the first one to tell us that and believe it. You know what I mean? It's very Neptune in the 8th. I feel like you definitely have this belief that you can do anything. And I feel like as a kid, you were like, I can fly. You know?
I also think that, like, your Neptune being trapped in the 8th house, but, like, having all of that psychic energy, you're like, I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty psychic, but I have no idea because I'm not in touch with what other people would consider as psychic. You know?
Yeah.
Like, kind of insecure about your psychic powers, but low key, you're like, I'm really fucking psychic, but I don't know. But I'm really fucking psychic, but I'm not sure. You know?
I feel like other people question it. I feel like you don't question it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you don't question it at all. Especially I feel like you don't question it to a point of you wouldn't listen if anybody told you that you weren't. You'd be like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you'd be like, no, I swear. Like, that's so Raven visioned this shit.
Especially because I think the combination of Aries Sun and Aquarius Moon is definitely like, it's definitely like, you doubt me? Sucks for you because I don't doubt myself.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Like, there's too much confidence that can come with this combination.
Yeah. Kind
of on the backbone of nothing, because Aries can very much easily be backed up by nothing, and Aquarius is so like.
It's so like with Aquarius, it's like Aquarius has it sometimes can doubt itself, but it's actually easier for someone else to doubt Aquarius than it is for Aquarius to doubt themselves. Because if someone else is doubting Aquarius, and Aquarius will immediately be like, well, you don't know me, so you're wrong. Mm-hmm. And I only know me, and you don't know me, so I know that I'm right and that you're wrong, and you can't doubt me because you don't even know me. You know?
Yeah. And on the inside, they're like, do I even know me? Hello, darkness, my old friend. Okay. Lots of lulls. I'm glad that you're lulling and very truing. As a Mercury in Aries, I hope you find a bigger vocabulary at some point instead of just saying the first thing that comes to your mind. You also have Venus retrograde in Aries, which I feel like you're just go and you just say the wrong things at the wrong time to go after the wrong people. You know what I mean? I feel like that's the problem with that combination.
Yeah, I think a great manifestation of Venus in Aries retrograde is actually, if you watch The Bachelor, Cassie, I forget her last name, Cassie, who ended up with Colton on his season of The Bachelor. She had Venus retrograde in Aries. So she's like, I'm so unsure of my feelings, but I feel like I should be so sure. I feel like I should do this, but I don't know. I feel like everything should be simple, but I'm full of self-doubt.
Yeah, I feel like when something in Aries is like, has a square or an opposition, or it's just like it's not healthy, like if it's retrograde and yours has a square, like it does this thing of like not knowing when to be impulsive. And like I think that you especially do this thing of like, I don't say anything about my crush for like a really fucking long time, and then just like go after it full force, but like wrong time, wrong place. I feel like is the situation. And that's why like you keep on going people at the wrong time or like the wrong kind of people. So I feel like that's why it turned retrograde to begin with.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because like I feel like you just don't know how to like control your impulses, but you control them too much until you can't at all anymore.
Yeah. I think Aries planets are probably the worst ones to have retrograde because Aries is literally all about forward motion. Since you got up, I want to fix my poster, but I'm going to still talk. Because Aries is the sign that wants to do the most forward motion, and retrograde obviously is totally not about the forward motion. So it's like the heart. Oh. That was kind of creepy. I was like, what?
It's fine. It follows you. It loves you, Nina.
Hashtag Big Brother. Yeah, totally lost my. Yeah, retrograde Aries planets. You just want to be doing forward motion
at all times.
At all times, and retrograde is like, no, backtrack, think about the past. No, or maybe you do a little bit of what Shaina does, but in terms of your love life, like, because Shaina is like, do and say it all impulsively now because it's
Yeah.
her Mercury,
Yeah.
and then think about it retroactively and regret it later.
Yeah, for sure.
That's probably what you do in love. If you actually allow yourself to get there. Because actually, unlike Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde can go in one of two ways. Either you, the love energy is so turned inward that you like completely obsess over love and relationships and probably are like the kind of person who can't live without one. That's probably more of like a Venus and Scorpio retrograde interpretation. Venus in retrograde in Aries is more of like
Maybe you're a little too independent.
and like scared to act at all.
Yeah.
Like Cassie Randolph. Someone told me her last name in the comments, so now I remember. Do I seem alien? I mean, you're an Aquarius moon.
You're just fishing for that right now. I feel like you're like Aquarius moon. I'm like an alien, right?
You don't need us to tell you you're an alien. Every single fucking meme on Aquarius
We'll tell you
that you're an
Jeez.
alien.
Like, get some new material, y'all.
Sure.
I feel like Aquarius memes are by far the least impressive.
I agree.
Because Capricorns get stale, but like Aquarius just uses the same thing over and over, and it's never funny.
Yeah.
At least like there's some funny and stale.
Yeah. I appreciate a good Cancer meme, like a good Cancer rising meme.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, that's more me than the Aquarius memes, more than anything. Or a Libra meme, honestly.
Do you have anything you'd like to drag in particular, like a
Yes.
planet or something? Let's see here. Ugh. I don't know. Sorry, my stomach what?
Your stomach?
My stomach. It's been so weird. I fish for everything, lol. Let's see. What are your Mercury
Someone likes your
aspects?
shirt.
Mine? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got a fucking stain on it. I'm trying to fucking hide this goddamn stain. Thank you. By the way. I'm trying to see if there's something that says as to why you fish for compliments. But I mean, I guess that's a Mercury in the 10th house thing. That's true. Like fishing for recognition.
Yeah.
That makes sense why you did this drag me. Like, we've been.
And Venus in the 10th.
Did anybody else see how I dropped that? Because I got it. It's fine. Because that was the dumbest way to drop something.
We joke that Shaina has like claw machine hands.
I do.
You know those claw machines.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what was I saying though? Oh, what did I do?
Oh, we were talking. Your 10th house minus Venus and Mercury in the 10th house are definitely fishing for compliments. Venus is like a recognize me, know how beautiful I am, talk about how charming I am. Asking about your 3rd house in Leo and 4th house in Virgo.
Sorry, I got distracted because I know that before I dropped my phone, I was saying something. But
you were talking about Mercury in the 10th house fishing for compliments. As far as I remember.
I don't know. But I have a friend that has a Mercury in Aries, and there's nobody that's worse of a texter than she is. Because she literally leaves out full words. Anyways, so Leo 3rd house, Virgo 4th house?
So since we're still talking about Mercury and Aries, not only, I mean, you can leave out full words. I feel like that's a Molly specific thing. I don't know many other people who text like Molly.
You don't know, but it's just that impulsive thing of just like,
gotta let it out.
Yeah.
I also think that people with Mercury and Aries are kind of like immature texters, like still stuck in 2010 way of texting.
Yeah.
Like LOLK. And even if it's like just for jokes, you're most likely to text just for jokes, and that very like ends words with Z, you know, like words that should end with S and with Z.
Oh,
like
what?
or girl with a U. You know, like that kind of early internet culture.
I feel like, were you big into Tumblr? Did you grow up on Tumblr completely and entirely, maybe, or something like that? We don't literally mean the Z stuff, but you know, like that kind of
right.
I feel like you completely just only live online. Do you work online? Do you?
I mean, you were born in 2001. How old does that make you?
Yeah,
18?
but with all the 10th house, 8th house stuff,
True.
with a combination of just like, I don't know, that just screams like Tumblr. Instagram, okay. Not into Tumblr. If you were born a few years earlier, you would have fucking loved and eaten that shit up. And now it's all censored, and that's probably not what you
is it?
Yeah, Tumblr's gonna be censored. But third house in Leo, fourth house in Virgo. I don't know exactly how to drag that. Like third house empty. I mean, we have the same third house because we're both empty in Leo, and I don't know. I performed a lot as a child. I dressed up as a lot as a child. I talked a lot as a child. I was selfish as a child. Still working on that.
You also said Sagittarius conjunct Chiron. Do you mean Chiron in Sagittarius? I'm having a hard time finding your Chiron.
I do have to. Oh, Chiron is a conjunct Mars in Sagittarius in the 6th house.
Right. So.
I will say that with a combination of the 2nd and 3rd house in Leo, you're probably an only child also, but also you don't know how to share. That's a drag. So there you go. And Chiron, you're still probably learning. You're probably very possessive, maybe. I don't know. 4th house in Virgo, I don't know. You just keep shit clean. You're neurotic at home.
Yeah, totally.
It took me forever to learn what the word neurotic meant.
Yeah.
And when I did finally learn it, I was like, oh, so that's what I am.
Well, Virgo is the perfect combination of sensitive and neurotic. And I'm realizing, because I also have my IC ruled by Virgo, I'm realizing that like it's probably actually a problem how much I need to keep my space clean. It's probably highly linked to anxiety. I mean, it's not probably, it's definitely highly linked to anxiety. I get very anxious if things are not clean. The other day, I lost something underneath my fridge, and I flashed my flashlight, my phone flashlight, underneath my fridge, and I saw all the shit out of there, and I haven't stopped thinking about it since.
You just haven't stopped thinking about it?
I mean, I can't, like, move my fridge, you know?
Oh.
I can't move my fridge and sweep under my fridge, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would.
You have 4 siblings.
Oh, man. Anne Rachel Alexandra's cousin says, astrology is made up. Whoa!
She got us.
Earth-shattering. Shook.
Oh, Jupiter in the 12th house, this isn't really like a drag from an outer perspective, but it sucks for you because it's kind of like, well, you get no luck anywhere in the real life, so we'll give you some in the other world, but also can you use that in real life? Not really. So it just sucks because like these are like lucky people in certain circumstances, but for the most part, it's like luck never helps you out with the physical. Like it's never like, oh, I need some money and somebody gave me some money so that I can cover this thing. You're like, oh, there's a friend around. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What it does is it just like expands your. We're talking about Jupiter in the 12th house, right? It just expands your need to escape in one way or another. This. More than anything, like if someone has no Pisces in their chart, has no like Neptune strong contacts to personal planets or anything, but they have Jupiter in the 12th house, it is the most potent thing at making their fake La La Land world stronger than their real world. If someone I know of like alcoholics and drug addicts that have no like strong Pisces Neptune stuff going on, but just having Jupiter in the 12th house will make them an alcoholic or a drug addict.
Yeah, and I think it comes from that's the only luck that you find is like for some reason you keep on given all this alcohol and drugs.
Yeah.
And you don't get any other looks, you just learn to like kind of take whatever's given to you, you know?
Yeah, and
you ain't getting anything else.
It's joy. It's like, the feeling of Sagittarius, how fun that is.
Yeah.
When you're experiencing your Sagittarius, you're just having so much fun and it's boundless and you don't have any control over it. Put that in the 12th house.
And 12th house already has no control. So
you
really have no self-control, I feel like.
Yeah, and also Jupiter is a co-ruler of Pisces, so it's that aspect of like too intuitive of a parent.
Yeah, anything that's in water and it's in water, it's not good. It doesn't want to drown, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I actually, this is a bit of a deterring, but I find that like a recovering alcoholic's perfect chart is Sagittarius in the 12th house, Capricorn rising. Because like obviously Sagittarius in the 12th house is going to make you an alcoholic just because it's like expanding that house totally. And you have so much fun and lack of self-control in that area. But at the end of the day, you're Capricorn rising. You're going to be a recovering alcoholic. You know? Apparently this life is for me to experience the fake illusion of the separation of the inner and outer world, I was told. Let me read that again. Apparently this life.
Who are you told
for
this
me
by?
To experience the fake illusion of the
Wait,
separation
is this like a birth chart
of the
reading?
inner and outer worlds. The fake illusion of the
Talking
separation.
about the 12th house and seeing like, oh, there's like no reading. Okay.
Saying
That's a very like Jupiter in the 12th house, like 8th house thing to say, like it's all one kind of situation. Like she can like probably reach into the other world easier, and so there's like no real cloud, blah 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 blah. That's what I'm assuming you're saying.
the fact that you said fake illusion is tripping me up. Like my Mercury and Capricorn just the illusion of the difference of the inner and outer world.
It's like not good English, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I would assume that in a birth chart reading, you would have the astrologer would have garnered that from your north node. But we're not going to cover that. This is not a real birth chart reading. At the beginning, this is a fake birth chart.
Oh my gosh! But you also said Saturn in the 11th a little bit ago.
That's just a hard time with friendships, man.
Yeah, I don't know how to drag that necessarily, or except for like that sucks. Yeah. Friends are hard, groups are hard, and it's already 6 because it's like intercepted, and and your Saturn is intercepted as well.
Ooh.
I feel like you've lost a lot of friendships and just don't get why, or you don't make, or you make friends, you're too aggressive, because like Leo in the 11th house, I can be very aggressive with like wanting to make friends.
Aries in the 11th house.
And then, yeah, what did I say?
You said Leo.
Oops. I meant Aries that entire time. Aries in the 11th house, and then Saturn comes in there, and it's just like, you thought, bitch, that's not going to fucking work out for you.
Yeah, the reason why Saturn specifically sucks in the 11th house is because Saturn will do one of two things. It will restrict something, or it will make something super serious. So it'll restrict your friendships, make it hard for you, like restrict your friendship life, like make it hard for you to have friends. Or your friendships end up becoming quite, like maybe you only have work friends, like it's hard for you to have like joyful
or it's just like boring
lives.
When you hang out with your friends, you get so much exciting things.
Yeah, it's just like restricting those friendships in like you can't have fun.
Like I feel like with you, like you have a similar thing of like you have an Aries 11th house, you want to do crazy, ridiculous things with your friends. But I feel like with you, it's even more like you're like hyper, and then everybody literally just does nothing. Like it's not even like, oh, you're chilling out. No, it's like not nice sort of stuff. It's like you're fucking being lazy, doing nothing. You don't know what to do with your friends. You don't know how to entertain each other. Maybe you just don't know what to do. If you have a friend, you don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, what to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, come on, with Saturn in the 11th house, that's the thought process, right? Yeah. Especially with Saturn in Taurus. Maybe you're a little bit too possessive of your friends too.
Maybe.
Ooh, you get one and you like cling on to it for dear life.
Do you want to go camping sometime? I was thinking I want to go camping, and I feel like you'd really not be into it. And I can't think of anyone who would be into it.
No, me and Dan actually been talking about it.
Yeah?
Camping. Yeah. I used to camp all the time.
I used to camp all the time too.
I just don't know how good I'd be at it now.
I mean, all you have to do is like.
Why are we talking about this?
I don't know. Because I was thinking about Aries in the 11th house and how we should go camping.
Oh, that makes more sense.
And make veggie dogs over the fire. I have a Taurus in the 11th house.
You went to camp. Oh.
Yeah, but we're at 33 minutes. So this is the end point of the reading.
Well, there you go. Okay. Thank you so much, Ashley, for purchasing this. Not a reading, as Nina has said.
Fake news. Everything we said was fake. No, it's like, you know what I mean.
Yes, and we hope you enjoyed it, and we will. All of our readings will be coming back into a stock August 1st. Yeah, if you're curious.
Yes. Happy Mercury retrograde.
That's it. That's right. Is it June? Oh, it is the first official day, right?
Mm-hmm.
July 7th. But I've been counting the shadow period.
I know, the shadow period.
It's got me fucked up. I'm counting it. That shit is going until the end of August or something. Like, I'm counting everything. Like, I'm not doing anything until that shit's done. Anyways, yeah. Okay.
Yes. For someone who just asked, is it possible to see sexual orientation and tendencies in a birth chart? You should check out our video, Party Trick Astrology, or what? What the fuck is it called? Top 10 party tricks. Astrological party tricks. I think we talked about that in that.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, that's all, guys. Bye. Bye.